Well, I got my undergraduate degree from Washington University, and when I decided to change careers, I had no knowledge of Brown School. I just said, well, I went to Washington U, let me see what they have available. And little did I know that it was one of the top-ranked schools of social work in the country. And so it just made sense for me to come back here after being away from school for 20 some odd years. I'm a pretty head-centered person, but, social work calls on you to have empathy for other people and try to meet them where they are. And that was a set of skills that I needed to be a more effective social worker. Yes, I cared about grades and finishing something on time, but really it was about the learning that was so important to me. Before I became a social worker, I was an actuary for an insurance company. I was there for 22 years, but I reached a point where I really wanted to be in an environment where the mission was driving what we did. I didn't speak another language. I didn't have any experience with immigrants or refugees, but I really was drawn to that. And my heart is with the International Institute. I loved working there, and I care deeply about its success and all of the people that are still there. And I was there for 20 years, so I guess it worked well for me. Any teacher will tell you the best way to learn something is to have to teach it. I taught as an adjunct at Brown for a number of years, and I absolutely loved that. I was able to deepen my understanding of culture and how it plays out in the way people see the world and the way they function. I see the world through a set of cultural lenses. Well, everybody else does too. And so how do we find a way to recognize someone else's cultural lenses and adapt what we do to work for someone who doesn't have the same background as we do? I was very touched and I was very flattered to know that even after being gone for several years, that people thought I made a difference and deserved some recognition. I feel very lucky. I've led a very intentional life, and I think it's paid off for me. And now I just enjoy retirement.